here, and today I would like to do another requested video. Now I tried to go over my comments to see who requested that video, and I can't find you. So for you who requested a video about Stoicism, then here I am with your request, and today I would like to talk about the Stoic approach to romantic love, or what I call the golden ratio of romantic love, of love in general. And without further ado, so the Stoics basically understood two things. One, loving the object of your love, or choosing to love someone just because you're attracted to them, is not virtuous love in itself, because you love in a way that is conditional. You love them because they evoke certain feelings and emotions within you. They also understood that we are human, and the human experience does involve pleasure and the pleasures of life, so they did not condone the pleasures of life. And what they believed in is a combination of enjoying and seeking pleasure and unconditional love. So they saw they were supporting a marriage. They were supporting monogamy because their idea of monogamy was being in a hold of our desires, but they were supporting marrying someone that you have attraction to. So I would call it the golden ratio of love, that is a combination of being at ease with attachment, being at ease at having human desires and needs and fulfilling them. At the same time, also being at ease with letting go, with non-attachment. And that is understanding that even if we desire someone, we also love them unconditionally. We also aspire to love them unconditionally. We also treat them well, not just when we love them. Now, this is a very important thing that I think can be expanded to non-monogamous relationships or polyamorous relationships, because we are living in the 21st century now. And we can still integrate the idea that we want to have a sense of individuation, of being whole enough with ourselves so that we are not losing ourselves within relationships. It is just the idea that we don't want to become codependent, but we are aware that we have dependency and in human relations, in human connection, and also in egoistic pleasure. It is always good to feel desired and to desire. And when we understand that we're not going to always feel that desire, but we are still going to love and treat that other person with respect and work on our relationship, involve the value of dedication, which is another Stoic value, then we can preserve a romantic love. Because we fall in love with someone, if we are healthy, with someone who treats us right, with someone who is whole with themselves, and that is how we are attracted. There is, of course, the physical aspect, but the physical aspect, and when I say physical aspect, I don't talk about just the body or just being in a certain weight, but the overall appearance, which surprisingly does not change too much as we age, because we grow. When we grow to love the person we're with, we grow to love their cellulite, we grow to love their wrinkles, we grow to love them. And that is when the love involves a sort of divine love and sort of depth that we have throughout the years of going through things together. So it's not necessarily true that we are going to lose the pleasure or the desire in life, but we are also, it's also good for us to keep in mind that it's not just desire, that we want to treat the person well also when we don't feel enamored, because that's the thing that's going to bring in the attraction. We want to give space, we want to be whole with ourselves, we want to develop our life mission. It doesn't matter if your life mission is to be a stay-at-home dad or stay-at-home mom, or to go out there and volunteer, or to go out there and have your career fulfillment, but you do want to have that wholeness within you in the relationship as a separate human being, because that's what makes you attractive, when you're happy, when you're fulfilled. And we also want to be supportive of each other while we are having a midlife crisis and not quite sure what is our life mission. So this is an expansion of the Stoic idea, and I call it the golden ratio of love, because it's a golden ratio of having divine and unconditional love and having ego or healthy ego love, because the healthy ego is self-confident, feels desired and sexy, feels fulfilled in life, and enjoys being in the body and the bodily sensations and bodily pleasures, which is a part of life. We came here to have a human experience. It's also a human experience inside our bodies. And so the golden ratio between that divine love and that ego love allows us to love and allows us to deal with our fears of losing the one we love, of losing the sense of attractiveness in a way that is maintainable, in ways that we take that in a proportion that doesn't lead us to be violent towards ourselves or towards our loved ones. And the golden ratio is something I believe we set an intent to. Setting intent is so important. Setting intent is just a mindset. First, the belief that you have that, and I call it the golden ratio because if you notice the golden ratio, and you can Google golden ratio in nature, of the perfect symmetry you have of leaves in trees, of flowers, of snails, their little golden ratio, that they have this round thing that goes little and little and little, and there is a perfect ratio between how little and how narrow their circles gets. So this golden ratio is so prevalent in nature that there isn't a reason why it shouldn't be so prevalent in our human dynamics, because we relate each other as natural beings, as natural entities, as natural creatures. So there isn't a reason why this golden ratio wouldn't exist in quite perfect symmetry in life. It's just an understanding and a consciousness that we are a part of nature. We are not above nature and we're not below nature. We are a part of nature. And so a good survival, a good adaptability is also good harmony, good balance, good symmetry. And when we get that, when our mind is set like that, then our mind is set towards that healthy love. So that's an integration or an expansion on the concept of Stoicism, and also manifestation, because we manifest. When we manifest, we set an intent, and when we set this intent, we can be specific or more or less specific about how we want to feel in a relationship, understanding that we're not going to always feel that in a relationship. That's a Stoic concept, that we are sitting with the ebb and flow of our emotion. This is also a Taoist concept, but also understanding that we are going to feel whole with ourselves and with our emotions. That's something good to manifest. And we can also be more specific about what we are attracted to. We're attracted to a person that we want our partner to be a stay-at-home partner. We want our partner to have a job outside, how passionate we want them to be outside, how much space do we want to give each other in the relationship. This is something that we can definitely use the law of attraction and manifestation for, which I think is very virtuous eventually, because it's going to make us happier human beings, and it's going to make us it's going to make it easy for us to be good human beings. So being happy does not necessarily mean being virtuous, but it is a great help. So if we go with the Stoic idea that the goal of a person is to live a virtuous life, we can definitely be realistic and aspire for that golden ratio. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your request. And I'm totally open to requests of video by you if I have knowledge. If not, I can sometimes learn if it's something I'm interested in and come back to you with more information. You can also check me out on Instagram, where I post occasionally also tips that I don't quite post here. It's a different format, so different things come up. And if you love my videos and you're not subscribed still, you can press the subscribe button and also click the bell and ask to receive all the notifications, because otherwise it's like you're not subscribed. I don't know why YouTube does that, but it does that. So that's the way to make sure you receive videos by me if that's what you want. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing new year, 2020 vision. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.